This is the South St. Paul School Board meeting, special meeting, Tuesday, December 22nd, 2020. Lisa, would you take the roll, please?
Inspector Laliberty.
Yes.
Inspector Arndt.
Here.
Inspector Felton.
Here.
Inspector Diaz.
Here.
Inspector Walker.
Here.
And Chair McClellan.
Here.
That is Inspector Bjorklund's absent. That's 6 present.
Thank you. First is the approval of the agenda, the special school board meeting agenda, December 22nd, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Lisa, would you please take the roll?
Inspector Walker.
Yes.
Inspector Laliberty.
Yes.
Inspector Arndt.
Yes.
Inspector Felton.
Yes.
Inspector Diaz.
Yes.
Chair McClellan.
Yes.
That's 6 yeas.
Thank you. That's approved. First business item is the approval for the South St. Paul School Board to approve the revised 2020-2021 school calendar. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Dr. Schmidt, would you please enlighten us?
Good evening, Chair McClellan and board members and Superintendent Webb. I am here tonight to ask you to consider changing one student contact day to a non-student contact day, and taking one non-student contact day and making it a student contact day. So we're at the end of January, beginning of February is where we're looking. So if you look on the calendar, should I share my screen or should Lisa share hers? I'll share my screen. Okay. My apologies for not getting this started before. Can you see the calendar now?
No.
Not yet. Still
Now we
not
can.
coming in? Now
Yep.
you can?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So the change we're asking the board to make on the school district calendar is moving February 1st, which used to be a non-student contact day. It was designated as a blue district-wide professional development day across the entire system. And moving that from Monday, February 1st to Thursday, January 28th. So that there's two changes that are happening here. One is it's making the week of February 1st a full 5-day week, and that is connected to the transition plan that is being drafted and developed. And secondly, then it bunches a couple of days, non-student days together in this week of January 25th. Again, connected to this transition, developed transition plan. So that the switch that we're asking board members to approve is changing January 28th from an original student contact day to now a non-student contact day. And changing February 1st, that used to be a non-student contact day set aside for teacher professional development, and changing it to a student contact day. So families would now be in session on February 1st when they weren't originally scheduled to be in session on February 1st. And again, it is related to this early learning and elementary division transition plan.
So then the teachers will get Thursday and Friday to prep or work on lessons. And then, is that right?
So Dave, are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Did you
if
want
you
me to
wanna
talk about this, Dave?
Go ahead and start, Chad, and I'll clean up for anything you miss.
Okay, so my apologies. I did not come in prepared to talk about all of this, but I'll do my best to answer the questions here.
I'll go, Chad.
Elementary is so we're building a transition plan between what is now full-time distance learning to full-time in-person learning. And the tentative plan is for elementary students to not have any school the week of January 25th. So elementary students would be off the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Our teachers would use 3 of those days for transition planning. One of those days is the blue district-wide professional development day. And the other one is that mauve color, which is a between semesters transition day. It's basically for developing report cards, not developing, for completing report cards.
Okay.
So what it does is it cleans up that whole week as being a week of no school for students. And it's a comprehensive transition week for our elementary educators, early learning and elementary educators. And then students would come back at the elementary school on February 1st for a full week of school. The secondary, so just to clarify, secondary would still have school 25th, 26th, 27th. And then secondary would have no school on the 28th or the 29th. And then they would continue with school on February 1st. Does that, Nikki, did that answer the question you were asking? Great.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else have questions?
Chad, that still gives us enough student contact days then that are required?
Thank you, Wendy. So it does. Our original calendar had that, and this continues to hold as our original calendar. The transition days are allowed for us by the Minnesota Department of Ed to allow districts when they pivot between one learning model to another. So it still meets our minimum requirements, and frankly, at the elementary level, we go over and above that with our traditional calendar.
So families won't, that we're adding on extra days at the end of the year?
You're correct. We are not adding on days at the end of the year with this change.
We'll be explaining that to families so they understand that part of it?
Lisa, we can work that through our communication space. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
so
just-
we're just swapping 2 days is all we're doing.
Yeah.
The beginning of the calendar stayed the same. The end of the calendar stayed the same. We're just changing January 28th and February 1st.
We think it's a wonderful way to just ease teachers back on February 1st. It looks like about 80% of the metro is coming back on that January 18th or 19th date. So we're going 2 weeks later than the norm around the metro. We're giving teachers the 3 transition days and then 2 a PD and really a grading day to then, and really to push us 2 incubation cycles out from the holiday break for families to come back, that choose to come back on February 1st.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Is there any other further discussion? Thanks, Chad. Lisa, will you take the roll?
Inspector Walker,
Yes.
Inspector Lalaberty,
Yes.
Inspector Arndt,
Yes.
Inspector Felton,
Yes, my only concern is, like I said to Chad, that this is explained specifically to the families.
Inspector Diaz,
Yes.
Chair McClellan.
Yes.
That's 6 yeas.
Thank you. That is approved. Next is the approval for the South St. Paul School Board to approve the staffing report as presented. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Kathy Miller, will you present, please?
Good evening, everyone. So this is a standard staffing report, just happens to be in between our regular meetings. So normal things that you see in a staffing report. We do have some appointments under certified, some additional hours for our ABE staff, and a couple of leaves of absence under certified. And then under classified, an appointment for one individual, and then some leaves and a retirement under the resignation section. Are there any questions?
I don't see any.
Will we know who is affected? I mean, usually we see the names in our board packet.
It is in the board packet, Nikki.
Oh,
And actually, yeah, and it's in your email too, is where
okay.
Those two places.
conveniently.
I
It's
missed
okay.
it.
All right. Any other questions for Kathy? Thank you, Kathy. Lisa, would you take the roll?
Inspector Diaz,
Yes.
Inspector Walker,
Yes.
Inspector Lalaberty,
Yes.
Inspector Errand,
Yes.
Inspector Felton,
Yes.
and Chair McClellan.
Yes.
That's 6 yeas.
Thank you. That is approved. Now I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
No,
Lisa,
does
would you-
everybody have a safe and blessed holiday?
Thank you.
Here, here.
Second that, Wendy.
Lisa, would you take the roll, please?
Inspector Felton,
Yes.
Inspector Diaz,
Yes.
Inspector Walker,
Yes.
Inspector Lalaberty,
Yes.
Inspector Errand,
Yes.
and Chair McClellan.
Yes.
That's 6 yeas at 4:41.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Bye, everybody.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you. Dave, do you got a second?
Yeah, do you want to just call my phone?
Well, no, that's not, no, it's nothing confidential. I was just kind of quickly glancing over.
We're still recording here, so just
Oh, sorry.
let's wrap up and then let's see. Why don't you call me?
Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, hold on.